which was awful, and we're going to Bruno Mars tomorrow.
¿Qué?
You and I.
¿Qué?
This could be another option. No. Yeah, I'm not walking into the gym with these. Hi guys, so I basically went to work out, which was awful. Literally, like, getting back to it was like so hard, I'm not gonna lie, but I'm glad I did it. I'm glad I went. I'm glad it's over. And now I got home, and one of the things that my trainer has been really helping me with is like understanding what's best for me and like nutrition wise and things like that. She also struggles with PCOS and things like that. So I feel like it's always like super helpful. I feel like we always hear so many things, and what she really helped me with today was like letting me know that like protein, like at least like the amount of protein that I need to get for me. I'm literally 5 feet and I am about 115 pounds. So basically what she was saying is that for me, when it comes to protein, I have the message, because I was like, please send me that because I'm gonna completely forget about it. And it was about 42 grams of protein, like 43 grams of protein per day. 55 to 60, that is mainly so I make sure that, you know, what I'm doing when it comes to strength training and things like that is helping me, as well as GLP-1. I've always been very on top of protein, but I feel like protein has always been very intimidating because I'm not a numbers girl. I don't like to measure my food. I don't like to do any of that, but I can have a little bit of a rough estimate of like what I'll be getting. So right now I was taking a little bit of this oikos drink. There's already 23 grams of protein, so this is already about half of my goal. So I know that once I have this, and then I'll have some good ground beef, and I put all that together, I'm sure that, you know, with what I'll have for dinner, I'll probably reach my goal. So that was honestly like so helpful. We're always told 50,000 things about the food and all the things, and it has been like very helpful sometimes for her to be very like realistic with me. And yeah, I think just wanted to share that sometimes like people make it seem more than what it actually needs to be. Obviously, if you get more, great. So basically yesterday I went to do strength training, and whenever I was doing it, I have a lot of issues on like my cervical and like my posture and like arms and shoulders kind of area. So basically, as I was doing one of the exercises, my arm got really locked. So we kind of like changed it to do something else. But I think making it that lock really like kind of made it hurt. So today we also did like a lot of back and stuff. So I think that's why like it's kind of sore and it's hurting. But that soreness is making me have like a headache and that kind of pain of like my cervical pain a little bit. So I was not feeling my best whatsoever today. I did not want to go to Pilates, when I tell you. I was like, I don't even know what the cancellation fee is because I've never like not gone to a class, but I was like so close to like not going. I was like, no, you know, because I know that the good thing about Pilates is that you don't have to do 100% if you don't want to do 100%. I feel like we always go into working out with this expectation. So yeah, we go with this expectation that like we have to do so much, and I feel like I have rewired my brain to be like, I can just do the least, but I think I at least I showed up, I moved my body, I did something. You know what I mean? I feel like sometimes and there's gonna be an exercise that you're gonna want to push and do better, but there has been times that I've gone and I haven't felt my best going to like Pilates, for example, and I have literally just sat there while they're doing some sort of exercise because I do not feel like doing it. And that is just really about showing up. So since I have really rewired my brain around at least showing up, I feel like it has really helped me like understand that I can still go, you know. But I was just not feeling well. I was just feeling like eating something, taking a pill for like, you know, my headache, my pain, and just trying to feel better, which is totally fair. But I was like, you know what? I should really go. So I did the one thing that was gonna push me to really go. And it was, because at this point I could not walk to Pilates. I was already going to be late if I walked. So I was like, okay, I have to get an Uber. And an Uber is going to force me to go. Because like, now I have someone coming to pick me up and I already paid for the Uber. So now it'll be like the cancellation fee plus the Uber plus, you know what I mean? So that really like pushed me. And then the worst part is that I clicked the Uber that was like, it was gonna give me like a good 5 minutes to get ready or like a 10 minutes to get ready. For some reason, that Uber got here in 2 minutes and I was like, oh shit. So I had to be like rushing all over the place, trying to get to my Uber. I feel like sometimes you really don't want to go, but the moment you rewire your brain, then you know, you just show up. I do have like my strength training kind of really apart, so I can really recover. I have it Monday and Friday right now, so I can really recover once I get to do like, you know, strength training. But in the meantime, I should be very proactive and be going to Pilates and doing those kinds of things. So, you know, that's important. That's like me keeping something going. Hi guys, so I'm about to make some pasta because I still have meat sauce from yesterday that I cooked. So I'm just gonna heat up my water. I'm gonna heat this up. I'm also probably gonna make some plantains as well. So I have that ready and I'm basically making dinner while I finish a couple things up, and then I'm probably gonna like sit down, watch TV, do all the things, and then I'll probably keep uploading content because right now we're trying to get ahead on the blog. So while you're watching this, I'm literally like, it's been such an issue because we have been so behind. We were in like April and like we were literally in like February posting things about Valentine's Day. So we have decided to like a lot of things into the blogs just so we can get till now. So hopefully by the time you see this, we are pretty ahead and catched up with everything. And so I made sure to like always tell him. And the next morning, woke up, I still have like this area not feeling the best. I'm about to have lunch. I have an appointment at 1 p.m. at the Met Spa, and I'm also doing a lash lift for the very first time. I'm pretty excited, to be honest. I made bolognese pasta yesterday. I love making this because I use like protein pasta, so then it's like pretty high protein like meal. Even though it's one of my favorite meals ever, I die for a bolognese pasta, and specifically this one. I personally think I make one of the best bolognese pastas. I also like to make it like super meaty, just so more protein than sauce. And I'm about to heat this up, and I also made a couple fried plantains yesterday to have with it. Oh my god. So this is lunch, and I'll talk to you guys in a little bit. Okay, I'm about to head out. I filmed some content, ate. I'm going to head downstairs and we are gonna go to the Met Spa. Super excited about getting a lash lift. Like, not really sure how that's gonna go, but we'll see. So I'm editing a vlog, but I wanted to stop for a second to talk to you guys a little bit about a lash lift I just got done at 2 p.m. today. This is kind of what my lashes are looking like. They were looking a little bit more together, but I kind of brushed them out a little bit. She said I could brush, So I brushed them to separate them a little bit. To be honest, I kind of liked it. I think it looks pretty cute. It's my first time having a lash lift. Right now, it looks like a little bit exaggerated, but honestly, I'm pretty sure they're gonna drop the moment, like, you know, tomorrow after 2 p.m. once I like take a shower and like just get myself ready and stuff like that. I cannot put like mascara on them until probably the weekend or like 48 hours. So that's kind of the gist, but I think they look really, really cute, and I feel like they do open like my eyes a little bit better. We'll see how long they last. I did do a Korean lash lift. We're also probably gonna do like a little bit of like eyebrows and tint next time, because we were looking into maybe doing like lamination, but then like I feel like that might not be it for me. But I don't know, I think I'll have to like look at a lot of photos and stuff. I just feel like I don't want to act like I'm unique or anything like that, because I'm not like that, but I just feel like I haven't seen people with like my specific eyebrow shape, or like that their eyebrows kind of look like mine, for me to be like. So I have to find like people that have done like a brow lamination and kind of how their eyebrows look, because I love like the squared kind of look of my eyebrow. And I feel like obviously there's so many ways of do lamination, but I feel like I'm so used to like the very lifted kind of lamination that I'm like, I don't know if that's for me. I don't know if I want that. The last GLP-1 update I gave was that I was struggling. I was starting maintenance, how the dosage was a little bit too harsh on me, and that I was going to be increasing it slowly. So right now, I don't know if you guys are a bit confused on like where I'm at, but basically I'm gonna try to make it as long story short as possible. And it is that if you know a little bit about GLP-1, this is gonna make sense. If not, then I guess it will make sense to everybody. But the vial I have at the moment is 8.5 milligrams or 8.6. So whenever I was injecting and I had to lower the dosage, I was just injecting less of the same vial. So I injected 10 units, then 15 units, and I had been doing 15 units for a minute. A couple weeks I was doing 15 units, and then I messaged my provider. I said that I noticed that I was going up in weight very slightly. Mind you, I have been doing strength training. I've been doing M-Sculpt. I don't know if it could also have something to do with muscle. I haven't really noticed like my clothes fitting differently and that kind of thing. I think there was like a pair of pants that kind of felt like they had shrinking, but I'm not sure about that. It's not like they didn't close up. They were like a little bit tight. I don't know. And at the end of the day, if I gain a little bit of weight, it's not like the end of the world. But basically, I messaged the provider and she was like, yeah, go to 30 units. Now 30 units, 50 units will be the 8.6. And since I'm doing 30 units, I'm about at like 5 milligrams. So 15 units was 2.5 milligrams. And then now doing like 30, it's like 5 milligrams. So basically, we're gonna be trying 5 milligrams and see if the weight stays where it's at. If so, then I'm just gonna keep doing that, if that makes sense. But I had noticed like a little bit of a shift. But I think maybe 5 milligrams might be a very sweet spot, but we're gonna see how my body reacts and how it goes for the next few days. And I'm just gonna be, not looking at the scale every single day, but I'll see kind of like what happens. I'm also doing everything with a trainer, so she is going to like put me on the measuring like a body composition kind of machine, and that gives her a little bit more of a better idea of my weight. So that's also a very good point of reference, because when I started this with her, it was maybe 3-ish weeks ago, and maybe all of this has happened in the middle of all of that as well. So there's just like a lot going on. But yeah, depending on like what the two things say, then I'll figure it out from there. But yeah, so that's kind of everything that has been happening. So next Wednesday, I have to find someone to do 30 units or 15 units and just kind of like see where I'm at or what am I gonna do. That's my update. That's what's been going on. I feel like I'm excited to maybe see someone else, and like I have noticed a difference. I don't want to say that I'm going to someone else just because I haven't noticed a difference or anything like that. Like I feel like I have, and I've felt like my skin is like more tightened. I just want to know if there's anything else like that I can do, if there's anything like lymphatic or just for someone to analyze me a little bit further and ask maybe further questions and see if I keep going with this treatment or if I do something different. So yeah, I think that is everything, and I'm just gonna go back into the editing hole. I had a conversation with my trainer. The good thing about this is that you should always feel safe having a conversation with your trainer, and it went great. Right now, we're gonna change what we're doing because only doing the weights is a bit too much for me. Hi vlog.
Hi vlog.
Hi vlog.
What happened?
We're going to Bruno Mars tomorrow.
¿Qué?
You and I.
¿Qué? We're going to Bruno Mars?
Yeah.
¿Cómo así? Yo ni siquiera sabía que venía. ¿Qué?
Tomorrow, 7 p.m.
¿Es en serio? Yeah. You're fucking kidding me.
Oh no.
You're insane.
I'm so excited. Good afternoon, guys. Today we are going to the Bruno Mars concert here in Atlanta, and it's supposed to rain. So I'm on a little bit of a mission. Did my lash lift, right? So this is the update. Honestly, like, love them so much. I love the way they look when they're like, you know, hydrated. Honestly, love them so much. The only thing I wish is that my bottom lashes were darker. Literally put no mascara on. And what I would say is that the lash lift is not like, oh, you don't need to wear mascara. But because like once you are like in front of people, like they see that you have, you know, like you can definitely see your lashes, right? Maybe even putting like oil on them after you're like done with makeup will make them like look more like dark and rich. This is my outfit idea for now. My genius idea is to wear this top, which I think gives the theme. But it's funny because I've been wearing this top like non-stop. So I feel like, damn, do I need something else to wear? I don't know. This leather skirt, but I feel like this is not really giving the vibe, like this kind of leather skirt. So I think I'm gonna do this other skirt I have that is literally just a plain black skirt from Garage. And it's a little bit more casual, I would say. So I think this is my outfit. The other thing is that I do not have any shoes to wear with this, and I do not want to wear heels. Wall looks genuinely insane. I'm just like, fuck this shit. I had to ask Chad if I could walk, and if that was not gonna make me more sore. Apparently it can help with recovery. So I'm like, okay, great, because I don't want to be more sore. How am I gonna cross the street? How am I gonna cross the street? How? I don't want to do it. Thank you. I really appreciate you.
Guys, I found it. It is a windbreaker. And the people to be happy to do things, so we'll see.
I'm back home. Couple things I got. I went to Target. At Target, I got this. I don't know. I feel like I would like to bring it because it feels like a lot of things can fit in here, which would be amazing, because it might rain. I might bring like a pouch, whatever, and if I want to bring like a couple more things, this could be really good. But the policy is that there's no backpacks allowed. This is like a mini backpack, so I'm like, I really do not want them to be like, no, you can't get in. So hopefully that doesn't happen, but we'll see how much I end up bringing and we'll see how it goes. Then I got this top at Target because I thought it looked good on me, and usually things that have this kind of cleavage don't look good on me. So because it was white, summer, all that, I decided to get it. And then I got this lash serum. It's with moringa oil. It kind of looks like that. It has like a double applicator, which I really liked. So I'm gonna be using this on my lashes with the lash lift and everything. I just hope they, you know, stay healthy and everything. Then I got two Smiskies. I got the Living series, and then I got another one, which is the Exercising series. We're gonna see which ones I get. I got a couple bandanas, I guess. I got this one for the concert. Me or my sister could use this one. We could also use something like this one. This summer I kind of want to like wear these kind of bandanas. So I got this one because I really liked it. And then I also got this one that looked pretty cute. I went to Lululemon and I got this one thing that I really wanted, which is this like raincoat. I kind of showed you guys a little bit, but it literally fits me with my sweatshirt on, and it like can cover completely like my sweatshirt and everything. The jeans fit, but they're a little bit tight, I'm not gonna lie. Like I don't know what's going on. So then I have these two options, which I have this one. Kind of annoyed at my whole jean situation because I'm like, right now is the moment when you kind of dress a bit more and you do this whole thing, and now none of my clothes want to fit me. How amazing is that? How amazing, really. I do not like the way this looks. This could be another option. No. So this was my main idea. Now this is a little bit, you know, wrinkly, whatever, but obviously it's like the most comfortable idea because this is like super stretchy.